Some people want to hear my take on artificial intelligence. Well, I think it has its pros and cons. If artificial intelligence is used to cure things like cancer, eradicate illnesses, and benefit humanity, I think that's a wonderful thing, I think that's, excellent for humanity. But, just because, things on paper seem like they can benefit humanity, things don't always go that way. You can't be Pollyanna. I mean, things sometimes take a turn for the dark. And, obviously you can impersonate somebody, you can pretend to be somebody, you can copy their voice, copy their image with artificial intelligence. And imagine a lonely elderly woman, in her 80s. And, somebody, gets their grandson, some guy from, let's say, a third world country, or somebody from India. They get their grandson, and they copy his voice, they copy his image, they call the person, and they pretend to be the grandson, and the elderly woman is lonely, and they dupe her out of her life savings. They dupe her out of all her money, I mean, could artificial intelligence be used for nefarious reasons to dupe elderly people who are lonely, who just want some attention out of money? That could potentially happen. And I don't know what else, artificial intelligence can do. I was listening to Elon Musk talk about Neuralink, a chip you implant in somebody's brain, and they say, that could be pretty dangerous. Maybe they could basically even enslave humanity, and, they say the person controlling Neuralink will be like the master of humanity, and they need to put restrictions and things in place so humanity isn't enslaved. I don't know how powerful Neuralink and, brain chips are, but from what I gather and from what Elon Musk is saying, it's pretty powerful. So, I mean, the enslavement of humanity seems like a bad thing. But if it's used for good things, like to empower humanity, to benefit humanity, to eradicate, things like cancer, that would be excellent, So obviously, like I said, artificial intelligence has its pros, has its cons. Hopefully, if it does develop. And there are some nefarious countries in the world who might use artificial intelligence for evil. I like to think, if artificial intelligence happens, maybe I'm Pollyanna, that it would be used for good, to help humanity. But, there are people, if in the wrong hands, will use it for bad.